We are live, ladies.
Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
everyone.
Laying right there.
Okay, I'll lay this there.
Howdy, Cedric. Howdy, Eclectic Element. I love that name. Jim Swordall.
Hey.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Hello,
I'm saying
hello.
howdy because I saw his howdy. I'm saying howdy to everybody.
You got muted, honey. It just came on our TV and it's like I could hear us talking.
Well, you got sunshine hitting you or something.
I
Dad.
do. Let me shut this blind. I thought it would give me more natural light.
No, you're okay. It's good.
Wing if she got her box yet.
Hello, Wing. Dead.
Howdy, howdy. It's the word
There.
of the night. Howdy.
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 Look, Deadhead 828. I like that name too.
Cedric, Electric Element, Jim, Winging a Prayer, and is that Deedhead or it's supposed to be Deadhead? Hello,
Deadhead.
everyone.
How are you guys doing? We're doing good. How are you ladies doing?
Hey, Vandy.
Doing good here.
We're doing good.
Hello, Jessica. Hello, Lori. Love Grateful Dead. I kind of figured that you loved Grateful Dead.
Yep.
We found a scarf yesterday in a unit, like a handkerchief scarf. And I'm like, oh, this is really cute. We'll save it for AJ, like to tie around her neck. It was kind of colorful.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at it closer, and I'm like, wait, Tim, those are Grateful Dead bears. They were so tiny that you could hardly
Oh.
tell. And he's like, well, too bad, AJ. I guess you're not getting it. I said, yes, she is. Hello, treasure scavengers. How you doing? Hello, Jessica.
While we're waiting for everyone to get in, I hope you're all having decent weather because I heard up in northern Ohio is pretty bad.
It's getting bad here.
Yeah, we had storm warnings, but confession time. I did nap a little earlier this evening, so I must have slept through it, or they weren't that bad, or
Well,
both.
I heard up around the lake that 2 storms came through back to back with tornado sirens going off.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I know
everything's good for us.
I was racing dark rolling clouds home. Like I wanted to get in before it opened up, but it really never rained. It looked threatening.
That's what it looks like here. It's very, very threatening.
Hi, Lori, and she says she's getting terrible thunderstorms.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Vandy,
there
hi,
were-
David and Becca.
It got very windy here, Lori, too.
Yeah, it is here too right now. So if we happen to like go, that means
That's it.
that's it.
Yes.
Push that button.
I'm like, who knows what's going to happen out there? You never know. You never know.
Never know.
Oh, gosh. Of course, my mother doesn't know I'm live tonight. And when I call her when we're done, she's going to be like, well, I thought you were live on Mondays.
Except for every last Wednesday of the month.
Put that on your schedule, Mom.
They just don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys have people in your lives that just don't get it?
Yeah, but you're talking about calendar. I found a calendar tonight that my mom had written a bunch of birth dates in it from 1999. So I don't think I want to get rid of it.
Aww. Neat.
That's very cool. I know my brother is here. A lot of you know my brother is here. And he said, I was talking to Mom and I was telling Mom, he said, I told Mom she can't say anything. She doesn't get it unless she comes here and lives here. He's been here for weeks. And he just told Mom, he's like, you can't get mad at them. They don't stop.
No, nobody can quite unless you live the life or see it firsthand like your brother,
Yes.
nobody can quite comprehend it.
Yeah.
Well, like tonight, there were 6 computer monitors in this back family room that Jim was testing. And, you know, I sent you guys all that picture because we're keeping that one. That is freaking awesome.
That looks nice.
Yeah.
So tell them why you had all those computer monitors in your living room.
Well, if they will watch our video from last Sunday and tonight, they'll see that we recently bought 2 pallets at Indianapolis Pallet Wholesale. The one pallet we paid $400 for, the other $425. But this one monitor is a Samsung smart monitor. And when Jim plugged it in and connected the internet to it, it looked just like using your Fire Stick on a TV, that you could select whatever you wanted to watch, or you can connect your computer to it. So we looked it up, and that one sells for $700.
Wow.
Wow.
I said, like KT Treasure said, usage profit.
Yeah.
And so then we have 3 monitors. He's working now behind the scenes here, putting monitors on Marketplace. Oh, plus a shower tent that we got on the pallets. So if we can sell it on Marketplace, we don't have to pay the fees of eBay.
Yep.
Yep.
Or worry about the shipping and get broken.
Yeah.
Lisa,
I'll have to check with Roy. I don't know if we are in need of any monitors, but we've kind of been setting up our stations wherever we have a computer to have a second monitor. I have a really old monitor as my second monitor at my desk at work. So
we have 2 HP, so you know.
Okay.
And
but
the other 3 are Walmart. I'm looking ONN Surf.
Okay.
hey,
but I know.
Girl. Thank you for stopping in. Welcome.
Hey there. Welcome.
So, Lisa, you had a pretty big sale like today. I don't know if that's where the bid is or if that was the sale, but are you okay with sharing what it was and what you guys decide how to put that together?
So, it was last night our online auction ended. I had a set of pink gooseberry refrigerator dishes from Pyrex, the full set, for the 4 sizes and all the lids. I had bought the set for about $69 in another online auction, probably about a year ago. And it was missing 2 lids. So as we've been going out in the wild, I needed to find lids.
And I remember you saying you needed to find the lids to those.
Yeah. And so I could have easily ordered them on eBay, but how fun is, trying to, find them in the wild.
Yeah.
So when we were in Michigan last week, estate sailing, there was the oblong refrigerator dish from Pyrex, the blue Amish butter print. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but I'm like, oh, look, there's a refrigerator dish. It wasn't the size of the lid that I needed, but I was interested in it because it's Pyrex. So I lifted the lid up to take a look at it. Inside were the 2 small lids that I needed to complete my set.
Yay.
So I bought the refrigerator dish, the oblong one, the Amish butter print, 2 lids. It was $25, and then it was 25% off that day. So
awesome.
Maybe got, a few dollars into the lids. We sold the set last night for $175.
Awesome.
Nice. Yeah, that was a nice one. Hi, Storage Bandits. Thank you for being here. Good to see you.
Just being able to go into an estate sale and to find those, what were the chances of that?
Oh my gosh.
And in another state.
Yeah.
Right.
on your anniversary weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. So because those had that incomplete set had been sitting on my shelves for almost a year, I'm like, all right, we're getting this out of here one way or the other.
That's awesome. Like when I saw that, I was like, that's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
a great sale.
The
Awesome.
downside is Roy had to box it up and ship it to New Mexico. But
Serendipity, that's right.
he's good, so he did, and it's all good.
Double and triple wrap it.
Serendipity. I
Yeah.
like that word. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that word. My goodness. So it's been a month since we've been together. Nicole wasn't sure she could make it because she's at her mom's. And she said the internet is not real good there. So usually Nicole from Storage Brats is here too, but she must not be having any luck. But we will watch for her down here at the bottom to get her in here if she's able to get in here. So we haven't talked for like a month. Is there anything like exciting or I don't even know, like we talk every day, but if you were to tell everybody, and since the last time we were here, what's something great that maybe happened this month for you guys?
Well, not only this month, but coming up into the first of the month, we've all got things going on.
Thank you.
Lisa,
podcast.
what?
I'm saying thank you. Let's do lunch
Oh.
podcast.
Lisa will be with Jim and I, Lisa and Roy, and we're doing the State Route 127 sale. But you guys, where are you going?
Who, us?
Yeah, you're going somewhere right after we do that.
Oh, we're going to FlipCon.
Yes.
Yes, we are going to FlipCon again. And we really enjoyed it last year. Like there was good and bad. And no matter what you do in life, there's good and bad.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to go into it this year with a different attitude about how I'm going to approach things and people. Like you guys probably look at me and you're like, oh, she's so loud, she's so outgoing. But there in that situation, it was really hard for me to reach out and talk to people, get to know people. I'm not good in that kind of environment. I'm not. And then I end up just being too loud, or I say something stupid and then I totally embarrass myself and sit up all night long saying, you should have never said that. You should have never done that. I literally do that, which is horrible. Yes, yay for FlipCon. So
Well, that's nervous energy.
yeah, probably.
Well, I watched why I work back here, since this room I live in, unless I'm in the kitchen cooking. I was watching ADH Dave. It used to be Dave NC Picker or NC Picker Dave or something like that.
Yep.
But he'll be there. So I'm anxious to see if you get to meet him.
I have met him before.
Because
He was there last year and he was a speaker.
Well, he just quit his job and he's
I
full time now.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Good for
Yeah.
him.
Yep. So
I think we had regrets last year not going to FlipCon. But then we made the decision to not go this year. So we'll probably have regrets again this year.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy the 127 sale, and it's just like the timing is not great. Like we just couldn't do both.
yeah. So the 127 is next weekend, like the weekend of the 5th.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Probably 3 days for us. Thursday,
Okay.
Friday, Saturday.
See, we wouldn't be able to anyhow because it's the first Saturday of the month, which is what
Right.
for us?
Garage sale, yard
Garage
sale.
sale. Yep.
Yeah. Amber, I'm so happy to hear that. Treasure scavenger, she said, I do that too, Christy. Drive myself nuts. LOL.
I think we all do that.
So, yeah. Well, we did something big, which you two are going to be very shocked about. Okay. But we sold our RV for 3 times the amount that we paid for it.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
Wow.
Well, hey, you know what? If you can make a profit,
We hadn't worked on it for 2 years.
And when are you going to have time to work on it?
Exactly. And the guy that got it is going through a divorce. He's living with his parents. So until the divorce is over, Vandy trousers, I sleep. Until the divorce, when the divorce is over, he gets back into the house because apparently it was his house before him and his wife got together. So he's going to actually live in the camper in his parents' yard, and he's going to work on fixing it up like after he gets home from work. When he gets to go back to his house, he's putting this RV in his yard and making it a tattoo shop.
wow. How
Isn't that cool?
awesome.
That
Yeah.
is
Cool. I've been looking at that Boss Reseller remix in Vegas. I've been talking to Tim about it, and I kind of want to go. We may end up being there. We'll see.
Did he just see that in your yard and approach you?
No, we've been making a
Bye,
lot.
Jessica. Thanks for
we-
stopping in.
We've been making a lot of big changes that we just haven't been talking to you guys about. It's gone out of here. Put
Yeah.
it up. If it sells, it goes. We're just done. I'm done.
I understand that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm sad our camper's gone because we were actually able to get to use it a few times before we realized that it was a lemon. And
Yeah.
that was the really sad part because I loved it. It was just like the perfect camper for us, minus all the issues that happened.
Yeah.
So, but you guys, like, I don't think you ever went out in it, did you?
No, it
Christine?
needed work. It needs work.
Oh, I think I can see lightning in your window.
There is. See the lightning in the window?
Well, for us, we've got that camper sitting on a permanent lot at Lake Erie. We don't use it as much as we could because we have so many other things going on and commitments that we have to do to keep this business running, continue to make videos.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's there though when we want to use it.
I just realized I'm like, AJ is sitting here with me, which is really dumb. And all of a sudden she started shaking. She's scared to death.
The weather.
Okay, baby. It's okay.
Yeah.
She's right here next to me. She's like literally under the desk, pushing up against my leg. So, ladies, can I ask you something?
Oh,
Yes.
you can. Will we have an answer?
I don't know. Did you bring something tonight that you would like to show everybody that you either like to sell or you could get some good money for or is easy to sell, whatever, however you want to do it?
Which I sure did.
Well, I have to be honest and say I didn't bring something, but I'm prepared to talk about something.
Awesome.
Because my something is large. And I don't have any currently.
I'm laughing at Vandy because he says, if you want it, don't let Christy see it. It will be gone.
Listen, hopefully it quits raining because tomorrow Tim goes golfing. There's going to be some things disappear. I've been doing that. Like, seriously. And Vandy is actually going through the same thing. He's going through his house and he's like, if it hasn't been touched in a half a year to a year, we're selling it. Sell it.
I did that
money.
today.
If you're not using it.
I got my listings done today. I got some drafts and all the pictures done today. And I went downstairs in that half basement. And I'm on a mission because there's some paperwork I can't find. And one is my birth certificate and my social security card.
Oh.
And I don't know where it's at. It's in a folder and I know it's blue. And I just started throwing stuff out. We don't need this. We don't need that. Why do we have this? Why do we have that? Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Why do we have all this paperwork?
Yep. So I brought stuff too. Who wants to go first?
I don't care.
Beth does.
Beth wants to go first. She
I
said
right.
the first
I
word.
secretly felt that. It was coming
I
to the
have
screen.
a couple things.
It's okay. Just
You
go.
know, everyone says, why do you sell dishes? Why does Jim look for dishes? Why do you make him buy dishes? I don't make him, you hear him. But there's been days because I just got this problem that they opened that new Goodwill. So what am I going to do? I
She's
have to
really
make a
got the
left.
problem, people.
I have to make a left to go to the storage unit. So I bought 8 Wedgwood China bowls, and they are the Wedgwood Blue Sarah's Garden Queensware. And these are the bowls. Let me get my camera right.
You too,
And it
Roll Squirrel.
says this way.
Thanks for stopping by.
Done this for a while. Wedgwood. Now, I have 4 of these bowls. But when I bought these a week ago, I had 8 of these bowls. Per 4 bowls, here's my little note. I have $3.25 in them, or $3.75. These are actually listed for $52.99. The first set sold for $50. So I know it said 48 on that, but I raised the price after the first one sold.
Nice.
But,
And didn't they sell quickly? Like they
Quickly.
sold fast.
so that day I spent a total of $50. Got them back. I about broke them. Got them back just in the first 4. And I've got many of people watching these, and I have sent offers today. So we'll see what happens. So $6.99 for 8. Divide it in half. How can I go wrong?
And how long do you feel that it takes you to list something like that?
Well, first of all, you got to get the stickers off of it. And these weren't real dirty, so I was able just to wipe them with I've got some Lysol wipes. I wiped them with that. And once I get the pictures taken, I can have these listed probably in 15, 20 minutes.
Awesome. And then and then as far as shipping, like I think a lot of people look at dishes so it's a lot of work. We sell a few.
It is a lot of work. Now, these haven't made it to the storage unit to get into the inventory system yet. Hopefully by Friday, but if it's so hot, I'm not going that storage unit. I wrap every bowl with small bubble wrap. Once it sells, I bring it back to the house and I wrap it again with big bubble wrap. I use oversized boxes. Yes, I have to buy boxes. The 12 by 12 by 8s that we can get from the post office, they're not very thick.
No, they're not.
Only time I would use those is if I was putting another one of those together to make it bigger and taller. That way it's getting the extra support around the sides. So normally I do a 14 by 14 by 8 or a 14 by 14 by 10. And I buy my boxes off of Amazon and I just keep them on stock, but I double wrap. Then I wrap everything in packing paper. I save all my bubble things that come from Amazon.
Yeah.
Put them in the bottom, put paper, and then once they're in there, well, every plate then gets wrapped with a piece of paper, and then paper all the way around the perimeter, all over the top, seal it and go.
So how many inches? What is your normal? Because like Deadhead just said, very nice. I'm so new at this. So this is great. We're teaching something here. So on average, like for Tim and I, we make sure there's at least 2 inches of some sort of padding around the whole
way
box.
around. Yeah.
Is that
absolutely
kind of yours?
It is, because like that 14 by 14, either 8 or 10, let's say I have a 12-inch plate, which that's a big dinner plate.
Yeah.
So that gives me that extra room.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, even if it's a 10-inch plate, that really gives me extra room.
Right.
So I just have to overpack it because our postal service is not very gentle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always say,
Go ahead, Lisa.
they always say to pack it like they're going to drop kick it like a football.
Yeah.
Oh, I always say that. And I got to the point where I ordered on Amazon fragile stickers and glass stickers, and I plaster it all over that box.
I am going to say something on that. A lot of people do have mixed feelings on that.
Yes.
Okay. Beth believes in that. Okay. For us, we're like, I mean, you hear horror stories. Sometimes male people are good people and they see those stickers and they treat that package with respect because they do see it. But if there's a postal person that's having a bad day, I've heard horror stories where they kick it, punch it, throw it, do the worst they can do to it. But
You know what?
in all honesty, how many returns or how many broken items have you had this year?
I'm going to tell you, since I started doing what I'm doing, oversized boxes, double wrapping, the paper on the perimeters to keep it that way, and the stickers, because it's telling them there's something fragile. So therefore, when it gets there and let's say it's damaged, I got something to fall back on. I have my return rates and damage has gone down. I just had one damaged last week, but it had been a couple months since anything had gone wrong. And what broke? Corelware.
Wow.
The unbreakable.
So then I'm like, ma'am, it says right in the description that you can file directly with the Postal Service, that you're insured up to $100. So she proceeds to tell me she's had a stroke, she can't hardly walk, and she can't hardly talk. She can't print a label. Friday, I mailed her the return shipping label. It hasn't been used yet, so I'm watching to see on Pirate Ship when it gets used so that I know it's coming back. But then I'm going to have to file the claim. I'm not going to be out my $50.
Yeah.
So then she's going to send them back broken. I'm not going to be out my money because the picture she sent me is not going to get me anywhere. And if the post office wants to see that item, she can't take it to them. So
yeah,
I've sent her the label.
Yeah.
UPS or FedEx. UPS is very
Hi, Ivy.
Hello, Ivy. Deadhead.
Hi, Ivy.
Deadhead
I
said
would say hi.
my biggest fear is figuring out shipping. So, Lisa, what would you say to that, to Deadhead?
Well, there is a learning curve. But I mean, the key is to get yourself a good scale and weigh everything. Know what your boxes weigh. Figure out what, as close as you can to the ounce, what your item is going to weigh when it gets purchased. And that's if you're doing, calculated shipping. If you're doing free shipping, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, even free shipping, you got to put that in your price of the item.
Well, right.
My advice would be just remember under 16 ounces, it's now ground advantage. Well, no, there's other things have changed. So because
they can use ground advantage on anything.
On prior up to 70 pounds now. Yeah. So it's hard. And now I don't know how to say it. I'm going to have to figure out a new way. But, there's YouTube is there for everything. How do I ship a t-shirt? And I guarantee there's a YouTube video on it that, walks you right through the postal process, and things have changed because we no longer have first class. We just have that ground advantage, but we'll see what happens with it. So Lisa, I'll let you go next.
Just to add on to the shipping a little bit, Christy, I think you guys do this. I'm not 100% sure. I think you've mentioned it, but like for us, when we're selling clothes, we have a little chart of like t-shirts. We do a flat rate of $5.99. T-shirts and shirts. Jeans are $9.99. Coats are $11.99. I don't know what the numbers are exactly off the top of my head without looking at the chart, but but that has Roy figured out those numbers, and that has kind of been like, sometimes we make a little bit, sometimes we lose a little bit, but those numbers, those flat rate shipping numbers, have been pretty true across the board.
In the end, like you just said, sometimes we lose a little bit, but we make it up on the other ones.
Right.
In the end, every day we make a few dollars on shipping.
Right.
Every day.
Yeah.
Well, another thing to add on to that shipping is I weigh the dishes before I ever put a poundage or anything I'm shipping. I always put it on my postal scale. I know what the box is going to weigh. Do I need bubble wrap? Do I need packing paper? Let's add a little bit for that. And then I put that in the listing so that being calculated on dishes, they're going to get pretty close to what it's going to cost.
It's pretty accurate. Yeah. And I mean, that was the first thing I said. You need a postal scale.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's no other, like, you can't try to use your kitchen scale. You can't try to use your bathroom scale.
Yeah. And try to learn how to do stuff right at home yourself, because I don't know how many times do you guys go to the post office and I see people in there mailing packages and I'm like, I look at the price they're paying.
I know.
My gosh.
You are getting like raked over the coals.
Yeah.
Like, come
Yeah.
on. Like, it makes me sick. I see them sending a box and paying like $30, and I'm like, oh my God, you could have sent that through UPS for like half the price.
Yeah.
Or they could have used pirate ship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's sick. It's so sick. Like, so many people get, hey, Uncle Bo, you can comment again. Awesome.
Hey, Uncle
Hi,
Bo.
Tracy. Thank
Hi,
you.
Tracy.
It's okay. You're late. At least you're here.
I wanted to say hi to Betty Boop. I saw that earlier, and Tracy and Uncle Bo. And Vandy, you were using a body scale. That doesn't give ounces, honey.
Let me tell you something. We are always teaching Vandy something, and it's sometimes it's fun, and we do have fun with him. We make fun of him sometimes, but he makes fun of us sometimes too.
Yeah.
But he is so cute. From where he started to where he is now, like, he had shoes go through the authentication process on eBay, and they passed. He was so excited.
Hey,
When
by
you
the
get
way,
that- when you get that first pair, hey, Tim, I don't know if you're getting in the shower, but you need to come up and get your dog before she unplugs something under this desk. It's okay.
hey, you can let the guys know that shoe unit disappeared. Jim didn't get a bid on it.
Aw. Here comes Papa. Go with Papa. It's okay. She's just shivering. All right, Lisa, it is your turn to share something.
Come on.
She's just shaking.
Come
She's
on.
so scared.
No, come on.
Go with
All right.
Papa.
Well, what I brought is our love of selling mid-century modern furniture. It's a little bit different than something that costs maybe $3 to $5, because sometimes you have to pay up to make the money. But I was just, before this, I was making some notes and looking back on some sales that we had. Two of the brand names that we look for are Kent Coffee and Broyhill. And so we've sold quite a few pieces of Kent Coffee and Broyhill over the last few years. Our first set was called Kent Coffee Forum. We paid about $450 for the set in an online auction, and we sold it for $1,200.
Nice.
So there's a little bit of an investment, but there's a potentially big gain at the end. I did try to do a few screenshots. They're not great, but when you think of, I don't know if this is going to work at all.
Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
working. Yeah, that's
Those dressers
working.
are pretty.
So that was back in 2019. And so when you think of mid-century modern furniture, it is there's my ring going off. It is like clean, straight lines, very simplistic. It's usually from the 50s through like the 70s, but mostly 50s and 60s is when most of this stuff was made. So our most recent set of Kent coffee, we paid $1,200 for, and we sold it for $2,500.
Nice.
So,
Wow.
like, it's scary because that's a big investment, you know, and you don't know how long you're going to sit on it. You don't know where the buyer's going to be because sometimes they're not close by. We have sold a couple a couple Broyhill Brasilia pieces to buyers in Michigan. One drove all the way here to pick that piece up, and then one we met halfway in Toledo.
Wow.
Let me see here.
Uncle Bo said, wow, nice return. Very much so.
So that's I was just doing screenshots of my Facebook Marketplace.
That's beautiful.
Wow, that's pretty.
So that's the China cabinet that we met someone in Toledo for. We paid about $75 for that. We sold it for $9.75.
Nice.
These pieces do not come up often. So when you see them, it's like you gotta, you know, take action. And when I was bidding on that last set and it was going up and up and up, and I was like, I was having, you know, I was hyperventilating. I'm like, oh my God, why should I keep bidding? So it's scary because I mean, it's a lot of money to invest. But let me see if I can find. So this is an interesting story. My ex-husband and his wife were cleaning out his mom's house because she passed, and they had a bedroom set that I could remember from my days going over to the house that I thought was mid-century modern. So I kind of reached out to my son as he's the mediary, and I'm like, hey, what are they doing with that bedroom set? Blah, blah, blah. So my son put a little thing in my ex-husband's head about selling the furniture. And so we were able to get them to get us, or we were able to sell that furniture for them. We sold it. It was the Kent Coffee Prospectus set. We sold it for $1,900 to a movie set.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's the one that went to the movie set.
Yes. So this, oh, come on, focus. I don't know if you can see it very well.
Yeah, I can see it. Oh,
I can see it better on my
it almost
TV.
went to focus.
I know. It's like, I don't know which way I should go.
There we go. Yeah.
So that was sold to the set of the movie White Noise that was filmed here in Cleveland. And they came with this big truck that had a lift gate, and they lowered it down. They had this, I don't know, I think there were 3 people. They efficiently like put it on there, strapped it in.
Wow.
Took it up, like closed up the truck, and off they went.
That's cool.
And that was, okay, that was cool because the buyer, she was local here in the Cleveland area. She bought it sight unseen. She literally contacted me through Marketplace, paid me, and then we scheduled the pickup.
Wow.
So
wow. So
now that was obviously we only got a cut of that because we were selling it for someone else. But
right. When you list on Facebook Marketplace, both of you guys, are you guys members of like so many different pages like in your area, or do you even broaden out even further? like you said, somebody came from Michigan. Did they just happen to, it came up in their feed, or do you list in Michigan?
So for this stuff, there are specific mid-century modern furniture groups and groups that focus on that look. So I'm part of those groups. I usually don't advertise though outside of like the Northeast Ohio area. So they probably found me through one of the focus groups.
Okay. Same with you, Beth?
Okay, first of all, Tracy, I don't have any baby sharks in my pool. I did put 3 downstairs in the closet for the 3 grandbabies for Christmas. I have many listed. I only have 3 left that I can list. I've got the rest of them listed one at a time in a set of 3. So, well, I don't do the Facebook Marketplace listing. That is Jim's job. But I know that he belongs to many groups. How far out do you go? Because I know someone came up from around Middletown last night.
Facebook Marketplace. You can get them from Arizona.
Oh, he said that people from Arizona
I
can
get
look.
ads from Arizona.
But he does, I
Yeah,
know
in
he
my
has
group.
many a different groups, whether it's the Huber Heights area or the Fairborn area, 30, 40 mile range, but people can look at other groups.
Yeah.
Or if somebody shares it from here with somebody in Arizona.
That's good. So is a Facebook Marketplace must be like, is it like United States wide, ladies?
Oh, yeah.
It's worldwide.
Jim says worldwide.
Probably international, depending on what group you're in.
Okay. All right.
Deadhead, I'm Lisa Avery. You can just find me on Lisa Avery, and you'll see my thumbnail picture is Roy and I.
But yeah, it is Avery's All In though.
Yeah, but you know one thing that
All In.
We do not ship on Facebook Marketplace.
No, we don't either.
No.
They either meet us at Meijer, or if it's something really big, they'll come here to the house. But like last night, he sold that pool cleaner for above ground pool. We met the lady over at Meijer.
Yeah, SSS, Sarcastic Storage Stacker, he doesn't list on eBay, or he only lists on Facebook Marketplace. That's all he does.
Wow.
And the rest of the time we barter. He exchanges things. That's all he does.
You know what? He keeps all his money.
Yep. Yep. And you know, what he does, I think if he finds like good clothes, he sells them to other resellers.
Yeah.
Which is great, you know?
That's great.
That's a great thing to do. Where is your ladies' selling sites? Well, we sell on eBay, Facebook Marketplace. Everything for us is under KT Treasures. So you can find everybody here. Adventures with the Hussons.
Yeah.
Now, Avery's All In. They have Recycle NEO, but find them on Facebook, find them on YouTube, both these ladies. And yeah, you can find everything about them anywhere. Well, they're all on all social media, I think.
Yeah.
On our every video in the description is a list with our email address, with our link to our eBay store. Yeah, it's in the video too.
I don't think any of us sell on Etsy. We all sell on eBay. We all sell on Facebook Marketplace.
We're all selling on Amazon. Right.
We are.
Right.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
They had their first class last night.
Oh, I have 2 pages of notes.
Oh, is that what was going on last night?
Yeah, we've been helping Ivy Lane and her husband. And then we invited Beth and Jim yesterday. So, yeah. Sharing the wealth.
Nice.
Yeah, we couldn't do it last week because we had dinner plans on Tuesday.
All my eBay items we trade 3 or 4 times a year for gold scrap to my eBay guy. Ah, cool. So
nice.
he has an eBay guy that gives him gold scrap for all of his items that are eBay. That is cool. That's cool, Mark.
Yeah, it's a nice little system.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Wow. Crazy. All right. I guess it's my turn, isn't it?
It is your turn.
So, I've really gotten into listing clothes. You guys know that. But what I've really learned in the past couple of months is I really look for especially vintage and made in the USA. So I'm really excited about, we got a unit yesterday because for those of you that are in the chat that don't know, I'm a facility operator at the storage facility down the hill from me. Well, they told me I have to clean out this unit and make it available to rent. Well, I was really excited yesterday because this is the first time I've ever found this brand in a storage unit. So this is Pendleton. It's all wool and it's made in the USA. So I kind of want to share like a brand. So this is when you're in the bins and you're shopping or you're at the yard sales or state sales or whatever, look for the made in the USA. Because a lot of the times the made in the USA, like another brand that you really want to look for is Polo by Ralph Lauren, and this one is made in China, so it's not as old. But on the Polo Ralph Lauren, you really want to look for the black tags and the silver tags. I can't remember them all right now. When I see them, I know. I just know,
Yeah.
When they're
Is that a coat?
This is a coat. This is a lightweight jacket.
Nice.
Yeah. So pretty sure this is vintage, but
So I should look at Goodwill when I go there.
you should. You really should, especially for Polo Ralph Lauren. And Coogie is a good one too. I got 3 Coogie sweaters and I sold 2 to one person, $150 each. So
Wow.
Nice.
I could have got more had I waited. I could have.
But were those out of a unit? Did you have pennies on the dollar into them?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I mean, the way we get our stuff, we literally pay a penny.
Yeah.
And it's moving inventory.
Exactly. And that's the one thing we really are trying to do. So that would be, those are my 2 things. I was excited about that because I've never found a Pendleton. 100% wool, made in the USA. That's fabulous. I'm thinking $50 to $100, but I have not done all of my research. The higher end ones, though, are like the plaids. They're like colorful.
Yeah.
This is just a plain color. So I'm thinking it's going to be right around 40, 50, but I'm not sure yet.
That's okay. It was free.
Right?
Right. So I have a question for you, Christy.
Yes.
On that item, because it's wool, are you going to have it dry cleaned?
I am not. Now, I am not. Okay. I've been really studying clothing, and I'm going to tell you something. Because I pay pennies on the dollar, okay, and because I get things for free, if it needed washed, I would probably just turn it inside out and I would wash it and I would hang it to dry. I've been learning a lot from a lady in the Daily Refinement group who's been selling, like I've learned so much about leather coats. Like you don't have, and I've done it and they don't get ruined. I spray them down. These were all very, very musty smelling. And I took them outside and I sprayed them down with vinegar water and they just sat in the sun for a day. And then I turned them inside out and I washed them. And then I hung them to dry. and they're beautiful. And now all I have to do is treat the leather.
Wait, you washed leather coats in the washing machine
Yes.
on like gentle cold?
Yes.
Okay. I would be willing, to try that because
What
again,
can I lose? Pennies.
the cost into it, if you pull it out and it's ruined,
Who
oh
cares?
well.
Okay,
Yeah.
I learned a lesson, right?
Yeah.
But I did it and it worked.
Yeah.
It's
That's
unbelievable.
Well, even that wool coat that you just showed, one of those sticky lint brushes does wonders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, listing on eBay, the rule is you're supposed to wash everything. And the majority of the items I do. This wool coat, I'm probably not. There's no smell. There's a little bit of hair on it, but that might be from me. My dog was just right here all over me, you know,
Yeah.
but I'll get that. It doesn't smell. There's no ring around the collar. It looks really nice. It was folded nicely with a bunch of other suits that are in grand condition,
Yeah.
you know? So, you know, I mean, sometimes you just don't wash everything.
No, I'm totally with you. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't the only one because like dry cleaning things, like you can't dry clean everything that says dry clean, or
Exactly.
you know, that expense would eat into the profits so much. So I know we have some things sitting at the warehouse that, you know, they're dry clean, they're suede or whatever, and they're just sitting there because we're not quite sure.
I cleaned the out. My coats were moldy, ladies. They were moldy. They were covered in mold. I sprayed them down with the vinegar water, and I'd wipe them down with a rag to get all that white and mold and everything off. Then I'd spray them again, and just let them sit. And then I threw them in the washer, and
Yeah.
I didn't lose anything yet.
Good.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
Lisa, let us know when you do that.
I mean, I was shocked when Michelle said, "Oh yeah, a suede coat, just wash it." I was like,
Wow.
"What?" Okay, and I did.
Yeah, and I know Roy has one hanging on the back of his chair right now. It has all the little patches on it. I think it's like NASCAR. But it's just hanging there on the back of his chair, just waiting.
The big thing is some of the items, I don't always turn them all inside out, okay? Some of them, like the patches one, depending, I would turn it inside out.
Yeah.
Do cold and a gentle cycle.
Yeah.
You know, treat it with something, and then, you know. Yeah, I was scared too. I didn't believe it. And like the vinegar water, I was like, no way, this ain't gonna work. Well, vinegar water takes smell out of your clothes, guys. Trust me, because I sprayed. I'm serious. Tim and I probably did about 50 coats.
I think I remember that. You said your hand was getting tired or something. You were outside on a nice day.
You know, vinegar works for a lot of things.
Yeah. The one with the mother in it. Do you guys know that?
Yeah.
No.
Mrs. Bragg, it's this vinegar, like,
yeah,
I don't know, you're supposed to like drink it every day.
Oh, that one.
I have it in my refrigerator, and I was doing that, and it's like I went and bought the
Huh. Mark said we don't have to ship that way.
Yeah.
That's funny. I don't blame you. Shipping is sometimes not fun.
No.
I love the clothing. You stick it in a poly bag, but when it comes to the BS stuff that you have to wrap, like we were doing our mail from the auction on Monday night. And you know, you have to have so you look at the pile of something that you have to send to somebody, and you have to go down the stairs to the garage to look for a box, and then you can't find a box, and then I just get so irritated. I just want to sell like clothes that I can just stick in an envelope and be done.
Yeah.
Much easier. or a hat that you can put in a box.
Hey, have you ever, or maybe you do, but the jewelry that you buy, do you sell jewelry on eBay?
We do not, but actually Tim and I were discussing this today
Because
because
that's something small and lightweight too.
I know. And the jewelry ladies, there's a jewelry call, and Tech is running it right now. So Tech and Sports sold $5 million on eBay last year. So
Oh my
whenever
God.
you get a chance to listen to him, you best damn well listen to him, because the man does it. I mean, he does it. So I was listening to those ladies, and they're like, the one lady's like, yeah, I buy stuff off of eBay. And I thought, well, why can't I load up 25 brooches, started at $25? Because you guys know I'm happy to get $1. I don't give a crap.
Right.
I
Yep.
don't. I don't. If I only get $1, whatever, great. Good for you. You're going to make money, makes you happy. Great. Let's go. You know, but I was like, Tim, we could start doing that. Like, just put lots of jewelry on.
Just so it's not like the brooch that Vandy sold.
Even
Yeah.
if it is what it is. You know, I mean, I think Vandy looks at it like, but we use that as an example so many times. You need to know what you're selling, you know? I think, would you ladies say, here's a great question. Would you ladies say that because of what we do, like, because of all the studying of clothes, like we just washed like 100 hats and we're listing hats. And I literally can just touch a hat now and I know it's vintage, or it's this brand, or it's this or that or whatever, or I can turn it over and I see that tag and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make some money on this one just by seeing a little piece of the tag now, because I've studied it. Like, don't you think the more and more you do, the more and more you learn? And it's so great. Doesn't it feel good to learn every day?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, we're all up there. I know I'm going to be 53 this year, but I still learn every day. It's amazing.
Well, I've always called myself a lifelong learner. I think we're going to be learning till the day we die. And I think that it makes life interesting. We're not just like shutting down or, getting through each day,
Yeah.
like, because when you learn about new things, be it products or something out in the world, or, a new hobby or interest, like, it just enriches your life and makes it that much more interesting. So
Amen. Amen.
I'm all for it.
Amen. Wow. We shared some cool things tonight. That was really cool. The furniture was awesome. That's cool. And as always, Beth, Tim and I are always amazed by you and dishes.
I know. I see dishes. Like, I see dishes in the store. I'm like, oh, I wish Beth was here.
Me too. Me
These
too.
These are Corel, the Callaway. I sold 4 different pieces of this last week and shipped it Monday. And I couldn't combine shipping because there were so many of each piece that there would be a problem with them getting broke. But here's the deal. It was a rainy day at the lake when we were up there for the week, and we took a day and went to some estate sales. Well, of course, on Sundays, or the last day, most people have everything 50% off. I bought a huge set of that for $13.50.
Oh my gosh.
These alone are listed for $29.
Oh my gosh.
I sold some for 45, some for 38, some for this. And then someone else bought some bowls that wasn't even the same person.
Wow.
So, Corelware.
Wow.
You find the right kind.
We dabble in dishes, and we did pick up that set, that Callaway, because some of it has like ivy on it, right? Or like leaves.
Yes.
So
Yes, the plates do.
We picked that set up a couple summers ago at a garage sale, and it was like all like the serving pieces, salt and pepper, like all of it. The coffee pot, I think, even it had.
Wow.
So we sold it all.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's just
We
amazing.
paid a little more than $13, but
We walked into that estate sale and I'm like, we need to get that. And
well,
then
it's
Jim,
crazy because it does. I mean, it does break, obviously. It doesn't, it takes a lot for it to break. But then I think people also, they
go around this
it
all the way
gets
around.
worn, so they want to, keep what they have, but add more to it or whatever. So
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, or
always,
some people think, okay, my mom had that, my grandma had that. Oh, I can get a set too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jim's bringing me one more thing to show you guys.
Yeah. Every time I see dishes, Tim and I talk about dishes because we have a lot of dishes right now that we need to list. That is adorable.
Aw.
Okay, the batteries are not in it, but when you open his mouth, he says, "Get your hand out of my cookie jar."
Ah,
And this
he's
is
cute.
from, I saw a date here, right here. Oh, where's the date? I saw the date. 1999. So
Wow.
that's listed on. That's the same estate sale that I got the Callaway Corral.
So what's he
So
listed for?
I think about $30.
Okay.
So
What,
I don't.
what'd you pay for him?
He was half price. We paid $6 for him.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Do you guys try to keep the cost of your items like under a certain amount?
No, if we have to pay up for an item, we will. If it's worth it, heck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well,
Oh, okay. Like
what?
Jim said, like my spice rack, that Lennox spice rack,
Oh, that's amazing.
paid $80 for it. And I always knew that I needed to look for stuff like that. Well, they had it at that estate sale for $225. Half price day, but I'm still like, oh, $112.50.
Yeah.
And so Jim's like, go back and talk to Gwen. She'll talk to you. And she came up with the price $80. I couldn't pull it out of my pocket quick enough.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So
And then remind me what you sold it for again. Did you sell it for
$275 plus shipping.
$275 plus
Yeah.
shipping.
And I did send that UPS.
Yeah.
Nice. We got a big
So-
tote of Build-A-Bears in a very messy $50 unit. They were like brand new. Sell 3 and the unit is paid for. Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, some Build-A-Bears are collectible and sell pretty quick. There are some out there. Well, listen, ladies, I've had a long day.
Me
And
too.
I know I'm going to be up at 5 o'clock when my husband gets up to go golfing. But I'll be here working.
I get up at 10 till 6 when Jim gets up for work. That might be 10 after 6 because I'm not that energetic to move so quick.
So I know we'll talk tomorrow and the next day and the next day, but everybody else, it'll be 1 month. Remember, it's always the last Wednesday. We hope we brought you some value. You're welcome, Deadhead. Seems like we might have taught you something, which actually makes me feel really, really good. Deadhead, don't be afraid to reach out to any of the ladies here on the panel. We will definitely help you out.
Yep.
Find us on Facebook. You have Beth Hudson, Lisa Avery, and I'm Christy Brown. Find us on Facebook, reach out, or even get on our YouTubes and put some comments under a video, and we'll help you out. We're there to answer questions. So,
hey, real quick, Uncle Bo, get a hold of Jim. About an auction.
anything else that you ladies would like to say?
Nope, this was fun as usual.
Yeah.
Nicole, we missed you if you're watching or if you rewatch this.
Yes.
Just keep things fun. Just have a good time.
Yep.
She just walked in the door. Sorry, ladies.
Yeah. And I
Oh.
gotta get this. I
It's fine.
have to get this place cleaned up before the kids get here Saturday.
Well, yeah, we all got things to do. We're always
Yeah.
working. Good night, everybody. We love you.
Thanks for
Good
coming.
night.
Have a good night. Oh, I got to go to the end broadcast. That's